Good evening and namaste to everyone. Dear students and others, you all are welcome to the live session of the Genius Lakshya. Today we'll understand national human rights. What is national human right? The function of national human right, the objective of national human right, why we have national human rights. So we'll understand in great detail and depth today. So I am sharing my presentation with you. If you have any doubt and query, you can write me on my email ID rohitsika@geniusschool.co.in. National Human Rights Commission is a commission for the protection of human being, and we will understand what is the National Human Rights Commission in great detail. Working of the Human Rights Commission, we will understand the fundamentals and its background story of the commission. The commission's headquarters is at Delhi, and it can also establish offices at other places in India. At other places in India, we'll understand the powers of National Human Rights Commission. It is vested with the power to regulate its own procedures. It has all powers of civil court and the proceedings have a judicial character. It may call for information or report from the central and state government or any other authority subordinate thereto. The Commission has its own nucleus of investigating staff for investigation into complaints of human rights violations. It also empowered to utilize the services of any other state government or any other state government for this purpose. It also established effective cooperation with NGOs with hand in first-hand information about human rights violations. It can also it look into a matter within 1 year of its occurrence. The Commission may take any of the following step during or upon the completion of an inquiry. It may recommend to the concerned government or authority to make payment of compensation or damage to the victim. It may recommend to the concerned government or authority the initiation of proceedings for prosecution or any other action against guilty public servant. It may recommend to the concerned government or authority for the grant of immediate interim relief to the victim. It may approach the Supreme Court on the other or the other high courts concerned for the necessary direction, order, or writs. Role of the Commission. The function of the Commission are mainly recommendatory by nature. It has no power to punish the violators of human rights nor towards any relief, including monetary relief to the victim. Notably, its recommendations are not binding on the concerned government or the authority. But the National Human Rights Commission should be informed about the action taken on its recommendation within 1 month. So it is improper to say that the Commission is powerless. It enjoys great material authority and no government can ignore its recommendation. Limitation of National Human Rights Commission. Moreover, the Commission has limited role, powers and jurisdiction with respect to the violation of the human rights by the member of the armed forces. In this sphere, the Commission may seek a report from the central government and make its recommendations. The central government should inform the Commission of the action taken on the recommendation within 3 months. The Commission submits its annual or special report to the central government and the state government concerned. These reports are laid before the respective legislatures along with a memorandum of action taken on the recommendation and reasons for non-acceptance of such recommendations. Performance of the Commission. The various human rights issues taken up by the Commission are as follows: abolition of bonded labor, functioning of mental hospital at Ranchi, Agra, and Gwalior, functioning of the government, protective home, women, Agra, issue concerning right to food, review of child marriage, Restraint Act 1929, protocols to the Convention on the Right of the Child, preventing employment of children by a government servant, amendment of service rule, abolition of child labor, Guidebook for media on sexual violence against children, trafficking in women and children, sensitization of program on prevention of sex tourism and trafficking, maternal anemia and human rights, rehabilitation of destitute women in Vrindavan, combating sexual harassment of women at the workplace, harassment of women passenger in trains, abolition of manual scavenging, Dalit issues including atrocities perpetrated on them, problems faced by denotified nomadic tribes, right of disabled persons, issues related to right to health, relief of work for the victim of 1999 Orissa cyclone, rights of persons affected by HIV/AIDS, monitoring of relief measures undertaken by Gujarat earthquake in 2001, District Complaint Authority, Population Policy Development of Human Rights, Review of Statute Status, including Terrorist Disruptive Activities Act, Prevention of Terrorism Bill 2000, Protection of Human Rights in Area of Insurgency and Tourism, Guideline to check misuse of the power of arrest by police, setting up of human rights cell in the state city police headquarters, steps to check custodial death, rape and torture, accession to the Convention Against Torture, additional protocols to the Geneva Convention, discussion on adoption of refugee, systematic reforms of police, prisons and other centers of detention, review of laws, implementation of treaties and the international instrumentation of human rights, promotion of human rights literacy and awareness in educational system, human rights training for armed forces, police, public authorities and civil society, action research on trafficking, research through well-known academic institutions and NGOs on various issues relating to human rights, constitution with NGOs and experts specialized on human rights issues. So, Human Rights Commission is one of the important commission which takes care of all the human beings when their rights are violated. So, this is the end of the presentation. This is on. It was for discussion. If you have any doubt and query, you can write me on my email ID rohitsika@geniusschool.co.in. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.